Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Mets and the Baltimore Orioles. It's interleague baseball. Next on the show. Avi Seddon is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Baltimore. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
The first baseman.
Into the box now, the kid, Smalls. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Nobody better.
From the belt, kicks and deals. This one's down to third. Drury fields it cleanly. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Coming to the plate now, the kid, Smalls. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Back up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. And the screen shows the story right there, as that hitting streak will live to see another day.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's seeing the ball so big, Matty. You see the confidence oozing off him in the box. He hasn't fished at anything in the last month or so.
Digging in now, the kid, Smalls. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole 0-2.
Well, obviously somebody was hooting with the Owls last night. This entire roster, they've showed up for the first game of this road trip and are getting absolutely boat raced.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. He's around first, heading for 2. And he is into second with a 2-out double. So some life with 2 away as he's into second with the opposite field double. And as we check out the rankings on this Mets ball club, you can see there he's currently leading the team in that department. Digging in and looking for more, the kid, Smalls. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his second double of the ball game. Now the relay home. out at the plate as they slap the tag on him. One. Now at the plate, the kid, Smalls. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. Hard hit ball to second. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
6-4 the outcome today. New York put up 4 runs in the 9th inning to carry them to the victory.
13 hits, no errors. They left 11 men on base.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the New York Mets and the Baltimore Orioles. Interleague Baseball next. Fred Edmonds, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matty, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 9 in his last 3 starts, and he has to do a lot better.
And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow. In now, the kid, Smalls. And he's the reigning recipient of the National League's Player of the Month award.
Hey, let's go, big fella.
First offering on its way. Line towards center field.
Go hard, score.
That's in there. Base hit. 1 run is scored. And the run is in to score from second. Now a 5-0 lead.
Boy, talking about having ducks on the pond right there.
So stepping in, the kid, Smalls. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Even though they're up by a boat.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And the Mets have something going with nobody out. It's a leadoff double. Now at the plate, the kid, Smalls. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. Beltran is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1. Into the box now, the kid, Smalls. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Hard liner to center field. Conforto is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Mets lead this one 6-2.
4 wins in a row for these guys, and I'm sure they're feeling pretty good about themselves. We'll see how long they can keep this up.
6-3 the final score today. New York posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. George Fernandez with his 4th win this season. Fred Edmonds was unable to work out of the 2nd inning as he settled with the loss. We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Ought to be a good one here between the New York Mets and the Atlanta Braves. It's Braves baseball next. Gaylord Silva gets the ball for Atlanta in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
This guy's a pretty good pitcher, and I was looking through the stats, and one thing jumped out at me: a sub 1.20 whip coming into this start. That tells me a couple of things. One, he's not afraid to throw strikes, and two, when he does throw strikes, he throws quality, and he still gets people out. It'll be fun to watch this guy work in this one today.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a check swing here and a little looper. Here comes the right fielder. He can't get to it. This one's down. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are two aboard now. So digging in now, the kid Smalls. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the third. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Sharp ground ball to third. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. So he's aboard again with his second hit of the game here in the top of the third. Ready for another shot now. The kid Smalls. He singled his last time up. From the belt, kicks and deals. Oh, and he goes the other way, and he drives it out to deep right center field. But he will haul this in on the run, as he had to go back to the warning track to do it, and there are two away. Stepping in, the kid Smalls.
He's coming off a month in which he earned National League Player of the Month recognition.
And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. Dionis has to settling in now, the kid Smalls. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Now a rocket deep down the line in left. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
You can see that he was all over that pitch, yanking it down the line. They're lucky that thing bounced over the fence, because if it would have got lost in the corner out there, and he just keeps on going and going. That's save number 35 for the season. And he's proven to be as reliable as anyone in the game.
8-4 tonight. New York came through when it mattered in the ninth on the way to the win. Akinori Mayfield wins out of the bullpen his 9th victory of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show. We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. A good matchup here for you tonight between the New York Mets and the Atlanta Braves. The Metropolitans have now won 5 consecutive games. They'll aim to continue their winning streak next. Stepping into the box, the kid Smalls. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. Now, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they have not been playing their best baseball of late, as they've dropped 4 of their last 5.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to clean up their recent trend right now, they're going to have to find a way for it to start on the mound. They can't go out like last game and allow a bunch of runs and not play sound defense behind them. Both those things are going to have to change if this team's going to get it going in the right direction.
All set for the start of the 4th. Digging in for his second at-bat, the kid Smalls.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get him in, but that hasn't been the case. Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Digging in, the kid Smalls. And he's the reigning recipient of the National League's Player of the Month award. Just gets a piece of it, strike 1. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Hit hard back up the middle. And there's his first base hit in this one.
There we go, nice hit.
Digging in once again, the kid Smalls. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
Strike one to start the at-bat.
Come on, guy. Get your pitch up there.
Hit in the air to center field. Dionis is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. Digging in, the kid, Smalls. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
9-3 the final tally here in this one. The New York Mets jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Gavin Vela earns the victory in relief in this one, his 7th of the year.
9 runs on 13 hits.
Afternoon baseball here on the. Now in the box, the kid, Smalls. Watch is fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all 3 categories. Dionis is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Now to the plate, the kid, Smalls.
The first baseman, the kid.
First pitch on its way. Oh and 1, here it comes. Pitch out, nothing doing. Higher, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning.
Come on, man. Get your pitch up there.
This is line to left, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. Now a long throw to third, and he is in there. And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well. Next up for New York, the kid, Smalls. He singled his last time up.
The kid.
First pitch coming, here it is. Hard hit ball to second, scooped up. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Stepping up now, the kid, Smalls. He'll start the 7th in what's been a fast-moving pitcher's duel to date. Fielded cleanly, and the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Coming to the plate now, the kid, Smalls. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch, here it comes. Line drive to left. Warren is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it. Wow, what a week for these guys. Talk about firing on all cylinders. Winners of an amazing 7 games in a row. They say to never question the streak, and these guys aren't. They're just enjoying this ride.
A 2-0 finish today. New York get their 30th win on the road so far this season. Chris Archer earns his 6th winning decision in this one. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. The Nationals have won 5 games in a row. They'll look for number 6 right after this. George Fernandez, a Virginia-born right-hander, gets the ball to start this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, one of the keys to this guy is throwing strikes. He's not a big strikeout pitcher, only averages less than 7 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. So he's more of a pitch-to-contact guy, and you'll know if he's on early. He needs to get quick outs early in counts.
Outside of home runs, nothing fires me up more than watching a good baseball player drive the ball to the opposite field. Talking about hitting the in.
Coming to the plate now, the kid Smalls. He reached on a single in his first try. Now here's the pitch. Drilled right back up the middle, fielded by Owings. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Now at the plate, the kid Smalls. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Striding in, the kid Smalls. He flew out in his last at bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Mets strand 1, but they lead it 4-1.
Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
4-2 the final score tonight. The Mets jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. George Fernandez earns his 5th winner of the year as he finishes 7 innings with only 2 hits allowed. Julio Beltran earns the save out of the bullpen, his 37th of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: for the victorious New York Mets, 4 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Nationals, 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game: 2 hours and 52 minutes.
MLB The Show's coverage. Standing in, the kid Smalls. Watch is fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all 3 categories.
Yeah, and he's continued to hit very well in recent games. He's really closing in on that triple crown right now.
Now batting, the kid Smalls. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
So striding forward now, the kid Smalls.
He's coming off a month in which he earned National League Player of the Month recognition.
Oh, this ball is hammered out to deep center field. Into the Big Apple seats and gone. Two-run shot to straightaway center. Home run number 58 on the year. As the lead is cut to 4, it's 6-2 now.
Well, Dero, you know, they say records are made to be broken, and what a monster year this guy's had.
Yeah, there it is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season. I can't begin to tell you as a former offensive player what that means. You want to put biscuits in the...
So coming to the plate, the kid Smalls. And I think the question becomes, how much longer are they going to stick with this starter? Fatigue could very well become a factor at some point.
Yeah, that's always a tough question to answer for a man.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. At the plate, the kid Smalls. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. On the run, and he makes the catch just shy of the wall. And with that, this ball game is over. 6-4 the outcome today. Washington jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back.
Washington Nationals, 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors.
Afternoon baseball. Ryan Goldstein gets handed the ball for the 4th and final game of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps.
And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside.
Bottom of the inning now. Striding into the box, the kid Smalls. He singled his last time up. Hit to short. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. Next for the Mets, the kid Smalls. And here's an at-bat you don't want to miss. The pop is something to see, so will have to be dealt with carefully here.
Hey, let her rip one time.
Here's the first pitch to him. Bullet back up the middle. Kuhn is right there, 1 down. Ready now, the kid Smalls. Chance to cash in here, and don't be surprised if he does. Certainly known as one of the best clutch hitters in the sport today.
Oh, big guy. Speed driver right here.
Always said, give me one time.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. This is on the ground to short. Is he going to get out of this? He is. They get the force at second base, and a 2-0 finish today. Washington led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Garrett Cole earns win number 7 on the season as he struck out 13 in this one. Marcus Reyes hammers down.
This manager looks to get his team's offense producing more consistently.
We are under the lights. Chris Archer gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Chris Archer, one of the premier pitchers in baseball. When he's good, he's nearly unhittable. Great fastball with movement. Slider probably his best pitch, and the changeup has been much better recently. If Chris Archer brings his A game, it's going to be a long night for the hitters.
Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. And set up behind the dish is Woody Keller as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, D-Row, Woody Keller's a good umpire, but at times the consistency kind of wavers a little bit. I'm not sure if you'd say he's a low ball umpire or a high ball umpire.
Now at the plate, the kid, Smalls. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. Skied into straightaway right. Right fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Mets go down 1. Standing in, the kid, Smalls. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Popped him up. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to ready once again, the kid, Smalls. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And that's a home run into the top tank. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 59 on the season as it is now 7-3. We're watching an impressive power display today. With that one, these two teams have now hit a combined 5 homers in this game.
Matty V, this is turning into always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
For the victorious New York Mets, 7 runs, 8 hits, 1 error.
We are under the lights as so striding in, the kid, Smalls. Watch is fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all 3 categories.
If you want to win the triple crown, you have to drive in a lot of runs, and this guy's done that.
At the plate, the kid, Smalls. He reached on a single in his first try.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.